Test, test. There, that's good. You can go down a little bit. Just a little. That's good. Nope. Oh, yeah. Here we go. We are live. Welcome to game, what is this one? This is game number 5 between your St. Albert Raiders and your Peace Country Storm. Way the standings finished up this year, the Raiders get home ice advantage, so it doesn't go by location, it actually goes by where they finished in the standings. So your St. Albert Raiders finished atop. So play underway into the Storm zone here. Marenka with a shot, that's blocked by Cote. Cote into the corner. Stanky out front. And Stewart chips that up to Bablitz. Deeth comes in to help out and get it outside of the zone, and Bablitz is going to skate it out across center ice into the St. Albert. Nice toe drag there and loses the handle. Coulter goes after it. Coulter circling into the neutral zone. Picked up by Charco and dumped in. There's Soltis giving chase. Erlen Taves, the Rookie of the Year winner, chips that ahead to the affiliate. Number 18 from Dawson Creek. That's Haley Armstrong. It's number 12 from St. Albert there, Libby Langingham. She throws that out front and nothing doing. Goes all the way up to the D. Shot on goal, that just goes wide. Langenham reverses, goes behind the net. Brazel ties her up. Foisey up to Langenham. Langenham looking to go to her D, but she's being bothered by Coulter. Back down to Foisey. Foisey up to Langenham on the half wall. Leung misses that. Coulter sends it ahead to Armstrong. She decides to go for a change. And here comes Friesen. So we got Friesen, Legas, and Vandalite out there on the front end, and Macy Peters and Dirty Dangle Stewart on the back end. Number 3, Kaylee McDonald, an affiliate for the St. Albert Raiders on the left wing here. Thornton wins that back. Sorry, that's not Thornton. That's Charco. Thornton's grown so much this year, I get those two confused. Ackroyd on the half wall gets the puck stolen from Vandalite. That's chipped into the middle of the ice, and Legas trying to get it out. She loses a handle there with Charco. Charco now in the slot, gets a shot off, that's blocked wide. Vandalite goes down in a heap, and Friesen tries to throw that up the middle. Stewart, she's gonna skate this out, gains the red line, dumps. So far, all the pressure's been on the Peace Country Storm, and it looks like number 3, the affiliate, I just mentioned her name, she's going to the box for 2 or less for hooking. Didn't see the play, it must have been in behind, because as the Storm dumped it. St. Albert touched it. We'll get a whistle, and we're 3 minutes into the play. All blanks on the scoreboard. Willens in for the face-off. She loses that to Bablitz, gets a shot back to Cote. Cote's shot is blocked. Comes outside of the zone and it's dumped in. Wallen now giving chase. Marenka. This is what they do. Thornton, Murray in there. They just pin it and kill the time off the clock. So Storm have to find a way to get this out. And this pops out to Thornton. Oh, and 2 of them went down there. Thornton and Willens, they could have had a 2-on-0 as both the D had kind of pinched and lost the handle. So Deeth now pressuring. This is going to go all the way back to the red line. Deeth checks up. Wallen dumps that in, and they're going to get a change. We're halfway through the power play. Brazel's got to go all the way back to her zone. Pick this up. Grace Lutz leaves it there for her. Ahead to Armstrong. Armstrong, chip off the wall. No help there. It's back into the zone. Henry now in behind her own goal. Ahead to Coulter. Coulter chips to Taves. She can fly. She turns on the Rockets. Look out. She cuts to the middle. She gets rubbed out there by Iwashko. Sent up the wall to Brazel. Brazel with a shot. That's blocked. There's Armstrong. She gets rubbed off the puck by Leung and all the way down the ice. Legge, Giacabo out there. Chipped ahead. Coulter chips it ahead to Taves. Taves has got to get down there. Icing's waved off. Giacabo wheels in behind her own goal. Up the wall now, and Wallen got a stick in there, and that probably should have been a tripping call at the least. Deeth now carries the puck in. Looking out front. Paige Budgell pinching in and dropping it down low. Wallen pins her player there. Penalty's over, so we're 5-on-5. Face-off will be down in the Sharks' end. Or, sorry, Raiders. I always call them St. Albert Sharks. It's the Raiders. Here's Deeth for the face-off against Willens. Bablitz comes in to help out. She wins that, goes to the corner. They get pinned there. Bablitz tries to walk out. Again, a scramble. Legge wheels it around behind the net. Wallen gets there first. Loses the handle, squirts free to Willens. She can fly. Deeth comes in to help out. Steals it off the wall. Wallen touches it. So no icing. It's all the way in behind the Raiders net. Sherbeth up the middle. That's deflected, comes right to Willens. She can fly. She gets a shot off. That's blocked and sent into the corner by Dangle Stewart. Friesen there, helping out Legas. Cote is going to go to the far corner, pick it up. She's going to skate it out across the red line. Dumps in, goes after it herself. Legassi is coming in to help out. Soltis on the near wall. Picks this up, reverses back to Warenka. She sends it to Thornton. Thornton up the ice to Foisey. Foisey just misses that. And the Raiders go offside, entering the zone. So we'll get wholesale changes here. Taves, Armstrong, Coulter out there. Peters and Stewart on the back end. Foisey wins that face-off to the wall. It's kind of a scramble there, and Armstrong comes up with it. Puck handles in. Starts to skate it in. Thornton rubs her off the puck and in behind the net. Comes around to Peters. She tries to backhand it in, and Soltis is away. Back check there by Taves. And it's sent ahead to Coulter. Coulter across to Peters. Peters up to Armstrong, but that came outside of the zone, so Thornton had to check up. Peters now in behind her own goal. Reverses over to Stewart. Stewart back to Peters. That's actually going to come up to Armstrong, but doesn't quite get there as St. Albert beats him to the puck. Stewart now ahead to Armstrong. Armstrong across to Coulter. Coulter gains the zone. Looking towards the net. Button hook just inside the hash marks. Deeth in there to help out. Ackroyd rubs her off. Bablitz now to the backhand. Can't get a shot off. Coulter trying to hold it in. Deeth does a good job. That comes just outside of the line. They check up. Deeth dumps it back in. Bablitz giving chase in behind the net. Good stick there. Wallen intercepts that. And it goes in behind the net again. To the far side. Brazel. Oh, that was a good play. Wallen was wide open in the slot. Couldn't get the stick on it. Ackroyd got her stick. Intercepted that pass. Here comes Charco. Wallen rubs her off the puck. That's puck's up in the air, and Brazel goes down hard. I totally missed that one, but I was watching behind the play. There was a couple players tangled up. Brazel got tangled up back here on the pinch in, and number 8 from St. Albert gets the first tally. Charco. Looks like the assist comes from the affiliate, Kaylee McDonald. We'll wait for the call. Yep, had that right. So I missed the goal, so unfortunately don't have replay here, so I can't tell you exactly how it went in, but Friesen now away. Vandalite dumps that back in as it comes back out to her. Friesen's going for a change. Taves back out. Cote gets rubbed off the puck. And Taves up the middle. Here comes Vandalite. She's with her. Taves on the right side. Vandalite dumps that in. Taves is going to go after it. Thornton in behind her own net. Tries to wheel it around. It comes to Stanky. Stewart pinches on the blue line there. Misses it. Peters now going after her. And Haley Armstrong, the last one back, comes to her in behind the net. There's Foisey in behind the goal. Stewart across to Peters. Peters to Coulter. Coulter can't get it out. Comes to Charco. Charco dumps that back in and goes for a change. Thornton pinching. Armstrong out to Coulter. She can't get anything done there. It's sent right back into the Storm zone. Stewart got some room. Sends it ahead to Coulter. Coulter going the other way. Reverses. All the way across to Armstrong. She can't get anything done. Here comes number 12. Cuts to the middle. Langenham throws one towards the goal, and Grace shuts the door. Good action here early. St. Albert dominating the play so far, and shows on the scoreboard as the Storm are down 1-0. So face off in the Storm zone. Deeth now comes up with the puck. To Wallen, Wallen across to Bablitz. Bablitz couldn't get it under control. That was a hard pass. Leung sends that right back into the Storm zone. Henry now. In behind, she gets tripped up, no call. There's a real good shot. I believe that was blocked by, there's a trip, and that'll be called. Wallen trying to break out of the zone as Brazel stopped that goal, I believe. I don't know if Grace saw that coming. That was a quick one-timer from behind the net. So a tripping call. Willens out there to take the face-off against Taves. Taves loses that, but it comes to Armstrong. Armstrong looking out front. Oh, throws it up, and Cote can't control it. Willens giving chase here. She's going to win the race to this puck. Cote comes in hard, and Willens gets there. There's a stick into the feet, and that'll be a trip. Excellent job by Sierra Willens from Manning. Drawing a penalty there, going hard. That's why she's on the top penalty kill line. Just staticky. That's good. All right. Budgel out there. Loses that one, so it's 4-on-4 here for a bit. Deeth now challenging. There's a shot, hits the side of the net. And Taves out there trying to block. It's Legge, throws one towards the goal. Charco getting it under control. Gives it to number 21. Across the 19. 19 gets a shot off. Nothing doing there. Langenham coming in to help out. It's just a scrum on the boards. Stewart comes away with the puck. He's going to skate out to center. She's got 4 more to beat here, so she dumps it in and then goes after it. There's a high stick. Offside. Giacabo doing a good job there. She was good shift from her. I believe she was the one who fed that puck out front. Good thing Brazel got a stick on it. Stewart coming in hard. Marenka is down in the corner behind the play. 16 carrying the puck. Puts one towards the goal. and Lutz steers that aside. Wallen is away now. She's skate this across to Coulter. Coulter can't get her puck, get her stick on it, and goes right to Thornton. Thornton bounces off the boards to Leung. Leung's gonna break out of the zone. Comes to Soltis. Soltis dumps it and goes for a change. Stenke and Giacabo coming out now for the Raiders. Bablitz with a good move, gets it outside of the zone. Brazel comes in to help out as there is another scrum. Deeth now has got one to beat. Bit of a change, caught him on a change there. Rebound right out front. Comes to Bablitz. Bablitz to Stewart. Stewart, nice little spin move there. Then a chip. She can't get any further. Puck comes right back to her. She sends it over to Bablitz. No, intercepted by Willens. Sierra Willens in there now. Onto her backhand. Throws it towards the front of the net. It goes over, and Paige Budgell goes into the corner. There's a fight for the puck. Willens is down with Budgell in a heap. And Deeth skates away, backs off. Budgell now. And Stewart. Stewart to Deeth. Comes out of the corner. Deeth's across the red line. Taves is heading in. Deeth threw a pass across to Taves and hit her in the head. Might have been a little high. Henry's got to back off the line here. She dumps it back in. Taves checks up, and Haley Armstrong is away. She's got one to beat. Throws it across. There's Coulter. Just misses the outside of the goal. Armstrong with the rebound. The puck is loose in front. There's Friesen. Brazel does a good job of holding the line. Skates it in all the way down below the goal line. Throws it out towards the front of the net. Friesen can't pull the trigger. Giacabo in the corner. Comes away with it. Brazel all the way back already. Pestering her, and she ices it in. Henry now. Ahead to Friesen. Friesen stops up. Reverses back to Henry in behind the goal. Henry's going to rim it around to Coulter. Marenka stops that. Throws it into the middle of the ice, and Brazel's going to jump up into the play. Gets past her. Thornton down in a heap as Friesen and Thornton got tangled up there. Henry pins number 16, Kylie Foisey, and it comes to Thornton into her own zone. Across, Foisey now with the puck. Henry to beat. Foisey gets a shot off, pad saved by Lutz. Wallen chips it off the wall into the neutral zone. Iwashko dumps that back in. Stormer changing. Deeth's got to retreat all the way back behind her net. Passes it ahead to Wallen. Wallen across to Bablitz. Bablitz couldn't quite get her stick on it. Dumps it into the zone. Number 18 for the Raiders, Iwashko, makes a good move there to get it into the Storm zone, and Cote gets cut off. Puck comes back to Stewart. Stewart, puck's rolling on her. Friesen loses the handle, and Bablitz is trying to just get this deep so she can change. She's at the end of her shift. Nesset just misses that one. She now gets it back. Spins off, reverses, throws it towards the net. Comes right back to her. She gets a shot off. There's a pad save. Friesen skates it out of the zone. Vandalite there. Comes right back as it's chipped back and forth here. Stewart comes ahead with it. Across the red line, dumps it in, and Legas is going to go after it. The affiliate, number 3, ahead to Willens. Willens with some steam. Number 14, she can cross over. Goes to her backhand, throws it out front. Number 4 couldn't pull the trigger there. Taves now, off the wall, up ahead. Dumped back in by the Raiders. Brazel ahead to Legas. Thornton gets control of it at center ice and dumps it right back in. Brazel again in behind her goal. Off the wall to Vandalite. Vandalite across the Taves. That one couldn't be controlled. Back into the Storm zone again. Here come the Raiders. Murray gets upended there. Willens dishes. Sends it across. Thornton throws one wide of the net. Sherberth in there wrestling with Henry. Here comes Deeth. She's got Orozco Deeth is going to draw a penalty here as Warenka takes her down as she comes across the blue line. They're going to call that interference, and she'll go to the box for 2. Leung and Awashko coming out. Thornton coming in. Cote on the back end with Stewart, Wallen, Deeth, and Bablitz. Comes to Awashko. She skates it into the corner and pins it on the wall. That's what they do. There, Bablitz pops it loose. Deeth back for the face-off against Charco. She's going to look to go to the wall and pin it. There she goes. Nope, rims it around. It's going to come to Nesset. She can't quite get it under control. So Stewart back into the neutral zone. Deeth back to Stewart. Stewart across the blue line. She's got some room. There she goes, cuts to her forehand. She gets slashed there and knocked off the puck a little bit, so couldn't get a good shot off, and goalie makes a good save. Here comes the pin again. 3 St. Albert Raiders there. And Deeth squirts loose. She tries to put it back, and it gets pinned again by Awashko. Charco in there to help out. They just pin it. Ref is motioning like he's going to blow it. Now he does. It's a set thing the Raiders do. Every game you see them on a penalty kill. They grind time off the clock. Take away scoring chances, you never know. Legge into the corner, chips it off the wall to Giacabo. Giacabo puts it up the wall, and Brazel can't control it. So it comes to Henry. Henry now across the Taves. Taves misses that pass, so that's going to come all the way in for an icing. We'll go all the way down to the Storm end for a face-off. Taves wins that back. Brazel with the puck. She gets upended there by 16. Brazel now trying to get her stick loose. Taves away with it. She's turning on the Jets. Beats one. Goes wide around the second. Throws it out front. Coulter was there and couldn't pull the trigger. Taves now up to Henry. Henry uses her hand, drops that down, and number 19 gets that outside of the zone. Cote now does her best impression. Wheels in. Cuts to the front. Nope. Goes in behind. Drops it back to Wallen. Wallen now cycling. Hits the linesman. Gets stopped up there, and Raiders are going to get this out. Aiden Soltis lugs that out all the way into the Storm zone. Willen picks it up there, and Stewart pressuring her on the wall. Wallen now across the red line. Dumps, goes for a change. Deeth, Legas coming into pressure. This is sent up the wall. Vandalite just misses that. Brazel misses again, so they got, there was a collision there, just luckily. Henry's okay. Kind of went head first into the boards, but now here comes Friesen pestering all the way to the net. There's 3 down in a heap. Vandalite throws that towards the front of the net. Legas can't get a shot off. She tries to throw it back to the D. It comes to Brazel. Brazel with a shot. That's deflected just wide. Vandalite on the far wall. Friesen comes in to help out. That goes down low. Legas coming to help. 10 seconds left in the period here. Storm finally getting some pressure. And that'll do it for the first. as Henry turns and the clock winds down. We'll wait for the shots on goal here. Shots on goal 9-4 for St. Albert. And we'll be back for the Here we go. Start of the second period coming up. That's good. And, well, eventually the start of the second period. The players take to the ice. And play is underway as the Sharks win that face-off, or Raiders, sorry, win that face-off, but it's sent all the way down the ice for icing. So we'll come back down to the Raiders' end, just to the right of Hood. Layla Hood getting some action here today. Marenka tries to rim that around. She gets cut off by Vandalite. And this comes all the way to neutral zone for Henry. And here comes Legas. She beats, oh, she gets rode out there by Marenka. Got an elbow up. I think she's okay. She's up. Coming to the bench. That was a good check. Nesset and Charco on the front end. Giacabo. Charco in against Deeth on the face-off. Nesset jumps on the play, so Raiders get tossed from the face-off. Number 21, Kristen Legge takes the face-off. Storm win it. Cote sends one just wide of the goal. Deeth now is racing to that puck. In behind the goal, Bablitz, Legge, Deeth. Here they go, pin the puck and kill some time. Squirts loose. Legge up the wall, and Stewart cuts in. Pins it on the wall. Now they're trying to get it loose here to try and get a shot off. Legge again comes up with it. She's going to throw it all the way down the ice. Cote back. That's good. There we go. Just had some static, sorry. Taves now all the way down, pressuring. Willens comes up with it. Sends it up the ice. 1 minute, half of the penalty killed. Cote ahead to Coulter. That doesn't get confusing. Stewart has to come in and pick it up. She loses the handle at center ice. And there's Armstrong and Taves trying to gain the zone. They're offside, so they got to check up. Get a line change coming. And Raiders are going to send this all the way down. Lutz in behind her goal, stops it up. Brazel, and try and set something up here. Dumps it out. Awashko sends that out right back in as the pass was missed. Brazel to Coulter. Coulter off the wall to Deeth. Deeth has got to go here. Willens pinched in and stopped her. Wallen now stops up, goes across ice. Coulter was going for a change. She didn't recognize that, so Bablitz coming in to pressure. Thornton was going to pin it, decides not to, sends it up the ice. Foisey gets tripped up there at the blue line. Bablitz walking the line, tries to go past Awashko. Warenka, sorry. Awashko comes in, tries to pin it, and this is freezing. She throws one there. Bablitz couldn't. Oh, that was a bit of a trip there. Come outside of the zone. Nobody calls it. Vandalite from the red line, dumps it back in, no ice. Here comes Friesen in behind the goal. She throws it out front. Just rolls off a stick and misses. There's Charco. She's on a breakaway. Ackroyd jumps into the play, and Grace Lutz wisely covers that up as the Raiders were on a change there and got a big jump. Big opportunity missed. Friesen throws one out front. Just deflects wide, and otherwise Vandalite would have had a free shot at the goal. She was wide open in front. Taves wins the face off to Cote. Cote goes across to Armstrong. Armstrong tries to chip that. She does, past Giacabo. But then it's cut off by Ackroyd and sent right back in. Here's Budgel. Throws it ahead to Armstrong. That's missed, and this will be icing. Was just talking to Kelly Coulter between periods here. He's down from the Red Deer College having a look, watching some of the girls and scouting. Ashley Deeth now in behind the goal line. Comes across to Stewart. Stewart's going to try and get there. Giacabo cuts that off. It's sent in to Willens. Willens dishes off. Murray can't pull the trigger. Wallen loses the handle, and Bablitz comes up with it, puts it up the wall, and it comes to Sherberth. Bablitz across to Deeth. Deeth now skates in. She gets rubbed out on the wall, leg A. The good job there, it bounces out. Funny bounce off the wall and comes right to Wallen, and she couldn't get a shot off as the puck was still bouncing. Stewart now throws one towards the goal. There's a big collision in front. Wallen tangled up with the goalie Hood. Stewart turns and throws that deep and then goes for a change. Sorry. That was Friesen going for a change. No, it wasn't Friesen. She's out there now. Somebody was going for a change, so. St. Albert turns it over in the Storm zone. Stenke going hard to the net. Lutz covers up. Get a face off. Long change here in the second period, so Storm just about got caught on one there as it got turned over as they were trying to go on to the offense. Henry now from the far wall. She's going to skate it out as the Raiders back off. Here comes Charco across to Foisey. Foisey throws one towards the net. Sorry, that was Nesset. Nesset out front, being pestered by Legas. Charco in there with Stanky trying to get this puck loose. Friesen goes for a spill. And Brazel on her knees too. Nesset now turns. In her feet, can't get it out. Henry ahead to Legas. Legas to Vandalite. Vandalite with one to beat. Oh, a good stick there by Iwashko. She skates it all the way into the zone now and backhands one right across the front of the net. Nobody home as St. Albert was changing. Stewart pins this and Vandalite comes in to help out. Soltis and Foisey trying to get it loose. That was Brazel had it pinned there. So Taves now and Brazel. Taves sends it ahead to Vandalite. She chips it off and St. Albert Soltis picks that up. Foisey behind the net now, looking out front. Gets one off and Brazel blocks that. Taves ahead with some speed. Dumps it into the zone and goes after it. Thornton picks that up. She's pestered there. And number 12 comes away with it. Langenham dumps it in, goes after it herself. Cote into the corner. Rough ride there. It's reversed. Langenham comes up with it right out front. Soltis with a big opportunity and Lutz shuts the door. Big save. 13:31 left in the second period. That's a big one. Foisey, Giacabo, Langenham. Against Deeth, Wallen. Budgel and Bablitz. There's a shot wide of the net. Deeth turns, throws it up ice. Cote chips off the wall. Giacabo misses that. Wallen across to Bablitz. Bablitz loses the handle. Legge dumps it back in. Both of them go hard into the boards. Bablitz and Legge, I think their legs were tied up and they couldn't do anything. I know Bablitz, she'd never do anything dirty, so that was accidental, purely accidental. Foisey makes her way to the bench. She's going to have a seat. Sorry, Legge, not Foisey. Legge trainer's having a look at her. Maybe shoulder. Cote now trying to skate this out. It's held in. Charco turns towards the board, throws one towards the net. Awashko comes to her on the near side. She goes across. There we go. Friesen had an opportunity there, couldn't get it under control, so Raiders hold it in. There's a shot from the point. That's deflected, blocked wide. And Cote does a good job of sending this all the way down the ice. Minute 23 left in the power play for the St. Albert Raiders. It's rimmed around. Wallen's going to come in here and try and pick that up. There's a collision. She's back up and into the play. Soltis on the right of Foisey. Cote in behind the goal with Stewart. Stewart sends it up the wall, and number 5, Georgia Warenka, goes across to Giacabo. Giacabo pulls the trigger, but that's blocked by Wallen. Soltis sends it down low to Foisey. Foisey up the wall. Warenka with a shot. That's deflected just wide. Wallen's going to try and get there. She pins Giacabo and puts it up the wall. Langenham with a shot now. That's deflected wide. Shots are just not quite getting through here. Stewart's going to try and get this down the ice. She can't. Warenka back down. Here's a shot. Another one blocked, sent wide. Giacabo gets one right across the blue paint. And Coulter gets that all the way down the ice as Storm get a much needed change on their forwards, and 1D get changed. Taves back out there now. Murray carries this puck in for St. Albert. Stewart, she goes around Stewart, gets a shot off from the backhand, and Lutz stops that. So we've got Taves and Henry. Nope, we're getting a change here. Coulter and Haley Armstrong. Taves staying center. Friesen coming off. Puck is loose. There's Murray with a shot. There's a blocker save. It's up in the air. And it falls in behind the goal. Comes out to Thornton. Thornton with a shot. That's deflected. Doesn't make it to the net. Henry chips that out. Brazel with a good stick there. We've got, Murray sends Henry for a ride. With the forearm shiver. Now we'll get a power play here for the Storm. 10:57 into the second period. 10:57 left in the second period. Wallen and Bablitz on the wing to Deeth. Face off in the Raiders zone. Deeth wins that, goes to Wallen. Wallen with Cote. Cote with a shot, she scores! Capitalize on that power play rather quickly. Good face-off win, right back to the D, and shot on goal. I don't know if the goalie's seen it. There might have been a screen there in front. I think Deeth and Wallen were both heading to the front of the net, so we'll see if anyone gets the assist on that one, or if Deeth touched it, or if they're going to give it to Cote. So we got a tie game here, 1-1. Legge still talking to the trainer. Looks like she's okay. Cote fumbles the puck there, and Soltis just about comes up with it. And here comes Deeth. Deeth sends it ahead to Wallen. Wallen chips it off the wall. Wallen now into the zone. Carries it in. Bablitz picks it up, helps her out. Drops it back to Wallen. Wallen dumps it down low. Deeth is going to go in there to help out. They're still under a power play. And Cote reverses in behind her goal. Soltis pestering her there. Here comes Cote. She's across the red line now. Into the Raiders zone. Willens takes a whack at her. She's on her backhand. Spins off. Stops up. Gets the puck back to Coulter. Coulter fumbles it. Goes around. Willens is going to get this out. Friesen tries to hold that in. She can't. Comes to Stewart. Stewart now across the red line. Into the zone. Willens takes a whack at her there. Comes to Henry on the blue line. She can't hold it in, and it's iced all the way down. 48 seconds left in the power play. Puck rolls off Coulter's stick. Friesen's got to come back. And Henry's there. Now, Stewart puts it back up the wall to Friesen's side. I think Friesen's at the end of a shift here. She's looking to get off. And they keep going to her wing, so Stewart now is going to skate this out. Foisey coming to cut her off. That's sent all the way up as Wallen was at the far blue line. And number 5, Georgia Warenka, does a good job of stopping that one. So that's sent ahead to Friesen. Friesen ahead to Wallen, across on the near side. Wallen's got some room. Tries to get a shot off. Comes to Henry. Henry of the backhand towards the net. Can't get anything done. Soltis is going to skate this out. She passes it ahead as Murray just comes out of the box. Deeth spins off of her. Henry ahead to Wallen. Wallen's going to send this to Bablitz. They gain the zone. Bablitz spins off. 2 defenders miss her. Wallen throws one towards the goal. That gets deflected just wide. Deeth down behind the net. Bablitz walks out into the slot with a shot. That's blocked. Cote with a shot. Now there's 2 deflections, goes just over the net. There's a wraparound attempt by Deeth. She throws it again out front, and bodies converge. Goaltender is down. The net's off. We got a whistle. Great action here late in the second period. 8:18 left. Tie game 1-1. Get a line change here. Taves, Coulter, Armstrong out there. Budgel on the back end with Cote, looking for the big shot again. There's the win. Budgel across to Cote. Cote's going to get the shot. That's deflected just wide of the goal. That one just about went in. There, the puck is loose in front again. Raiders come up with it. 21 gets it out to the blue line, and Legge now. Good to see her back on the ice. Gets that deep, and she goes after it herself. Cote in behind her own goal. Chips it off the wall. Comes into a pile, and it comes to number 11. 11 with a shot, top corner. Nesset with a big wrister. Beats her glove side, top corner. 2-1 game, Raiders. .7:45 left in the second period. Raiders up by a goal. Kind of a broken play there as Cote came around behind the net and lost it into a heap and then came right onto the stick of Nesset, and she made no mistake, buries it. There's a trip coming. Friesen had her stick in. She's apologizing, but afraid that doesn't work. She's got to go serve 2 minutes in the sin bin. So the Storm have got to kill a important penalty here. Taves goes for the face-off. Nope, Deeth. Deeth and Taves out there. Cote and Stewart. Charco gets that to Soltis. It comes to Cote. Cote chips it off the wall, and Thornton does a good job of holding it in. Comes right to Stewart. She ices it all the way down the ice. This will kill some valuable time. Deeth comes in hard there. She gets run into the boards. Thornton stops up. Deeth is okay. So number 5, Georgia Warenka, is going to go to the box. And we'll be 4-on-4 here for minute 39, and be a 20-second power play for the Storm at the end of this. Langenhan, Charco out. Deeth and Taves. Taves pestering Legge. Legge gets that ahead to Langenham. Then it comes right back to Legge. She gains the zone, drops it to Langenham, throws one towards the goal. Charco on the far side with Deeth pestering her. Comes right across to Langenham with a shot. That's a high blocker shot. Giacabo now turns. Gets a shot off. It's fans on it a bit, so Stewart's going to try and rim this around to Cote. Cote's going to send it down the ice, where this will be icing. I think they were looking for a change there. So Brazel and Henry come out on the back end. Coulter and Wallen on the front end. Soltis, Awashko, Ackroyd, and I believe that's Leung on the far side. Win by Wallen. She sends that down to Henry. Henry chips that ahead to Wallen. Wallen's away now. She's got Coulter on this near side. Coulter's got some room. Cuts to the middle, goes her backhand. Wallen just can't get to the puck in time. Henry throws a weak one wide, and Wallen's down behind the play. She's skating back to the bench. This will be an icing call. She's going to go to the tunnel and have a look at her. So Wallen's going to be out for a bit here. Willens in against Deeth on the faceoff. Deeth to the corner. Thornton trips up. Comes to Bablitz. Deeth's stick was up there. Stenke kind of took a spill. Cote holds the line. Willens scrambles up. Comes to Cote. Cote can't hold. Good stick there by Legge. Gets the puck off of her stick. Cote couldn't pull the trigger. Taves down low now into the corner. In a scramble. Bablitz coming in to help out. Squirts loose to Taves. She tries to throw it out front. There's a good stick by Friesen as Legge gets tripped up or knocked off the puck. Friesen, like I say, a dog after a bone, that girl. She's very aggressive. Into the play on the forecheck. There she is helping out Coulter. Here comes Willens out with a puck. Comes to Cote. Cote, now the teams are even. Cote chips that into the zone. Thornton ahead to Willens. She can't get past the blue line. She does now and throws a weak backhander. It's deflected off of Cote's stick. Puck is loose. Taves to Armstrong. Armstrong head to Coulter. Coulter to Armstrong. Into the Raiders zone. Stormer offside, so they got to check up. They do. Leung across the ice. Ackroyd now gains the zone. Gets a shot off. Her stick was checked, so weak shot, easily handled. Cote gets it up to Vandalite. Deeth on the far wall. Loses a handle. It comes to Stewart. Stewart dangles one. Here's a giveaway. Number 6, Charco with a shot. 5-hole. Storm down 3-1 here. 4:19 left in the second period. That's a big giveaway on the wall there after couple dangles, and Charco capitalizes. I believe it was just under the glove of Grace Lutz. I thought it was 5-hole at first, but it was a good shot just under the glove. She got a piece of it. Thornton now goes D to D. And here comes Brazel in behind her own net. Stops up, reverses, chips one up to Taves. Vandelay helps out, goes across ice to Legas. She can't get it under control. It comes to Thornton. Thornton ahead to Soltis. Sorry, that wasn't Thornton, that was Warenka. Langenham pressuring Brazel. Vandelite. Comes to Thornton. Thornton comes away with it, walks out, gets a shot off, misses the top corner. Warenka now chips it back down low. Oh, there's a pass across to Langenham, back door, and just missed it. Lachey. Thornton walking away again. Here comes Vandelite. Comes back to the point. Nessick gets a shot off. And here comes Taves with some speed. She weaves her way through to center ice. Across the blue line. She's on her backhand. Warenka on her. Throws one right in front. Puck is loose. Then it comes to Langenham. She gets pinned there by Taves. Warenka in behind her own goal. Wallen back on the ice. Good to see her out there. Taves throws one, or Stewart throws one in behind the goal. Deeth comes in. Cote puts one right across ice, and Wallen wins the race. Gets down there. Warenka comes up with it. Goes in behind the net to Thornton. Thornton up to Langenham. She can't get it past Cote. Bablitz trying to get past Thornton. And this one, Raiders are going to get it out. Nessett just fumbles it a bit there at the blue line and can't get it out. Deeth now, backhand. Now it's sent out. Ackroyd coming off the bench. She tries to win the race to the puck. Cote skating past her, now sends it up to Wallen. Wallen tries to go cross ice to Bablitz. And that gets cut off. Now Raiders retreating all the way back into their zone. Legge in behind her net. Looking all the way up to Sherbeth on the far side. Henry's in there. She reverses. Goes to Coulter and Cote on the far side. Here comes Taves with some speed. Willens matching her. Knocks the puck off her stick. There's Armstrong. She throws one down low. As Hood, the Raiders netminder, stops that in behind the goal for her defense. That's tipped there from Sherbeth into the Storm zone, and Henry just bounces one off the wall. Comes to Foisey. She takes a shot, and Brazel knocks that into the corner. And there's going to be a call here. I believe Brazel and Sherbeth are both going to the box. Coincidentals. Sherbeth, sorry if I'm saying that wrong. Faceoff will be down in the Storm zone. Soltis, Foisey, Langenham in against Wallen, Bablitz, Deeth. Deeth and Foisey. Foisey wins that faceoff, comes to Giacabo. Blocked by Wallen, and she's away. We got a 2-on-1 developing. Bablitz staying high in the slot. Wallen gets run over there. Puck comes to Stewart. She throws one towards the goal. It's laying just under the goalie, and she gets buried as Deeth was in there. Got run over by number 19, Giacabo, onto her own netminder. And puck is dropped. Last minute of play here. Deeth dumps that back down low. 50 seconds left. Puck cut off by Cote. She's got some room. Cuts to the middle. Gets a shot off. Good save there by Hood. We'll get a face-off. 43 seconds left in the period. Puck is dropped. Stanke, scramble draw. Coulter comes up with it. She gets rubbed off there into the corner. Armstrong comes up with a shot. That's blocked. Taves comes for the rebound. Still loose. Gets squirted into the corner. Thornton stops up. Armstrong comes up with it. Gets it to Taves. Taves out front. Coulter just couldn't pull the trigger. Stanke trying to get that out. Cote holds it in. 17 seconds left. It comes all the way back to Stewart. Stewart goes across ice. That's kicked ahead by Charco, and they're offside, so they got to check up. Stewart throws one ahead to Coulter. This will do it for the second period. Storm are going to go back to the room, down 3-1. We'll get the shots on goal here. And Here we go. 45 seconds left in the countdown to the buzzer going, and Storm are in tough here. Down 2 goals. This is an important win. This is almost a do or die. Hood takes the ice for the Raiders. Makes her way to the net. Storm are ready to go here. Lutz going to try and shut the door for the third. Get her team clawing back into this. We're just waiting for maybe the ice to dry a little more. There might have been a little water out there, so that's the delay. Legassi, Friesen, and Vandalite out there to take the face off. Cote and Stewart on the back end. Charco, Murray, Willens, Leung, and Owashko on the back end. Willens, Friesen. Willens wins that back to Leung. Leung gains the red line, dumps it in. Cote gets it back into the neutral zone. This is going to come to Friesen. She cuts across the red line. Vandalite gets a hold of it, backhands it in. Owashko getting there. Legacy coming in to try and go after that. She goes down, bit of a spill there. Nothing called. Vandalite throws it behind the goal. Friesen's coming across. Cote pinches in. Runs into Ackroyd. Vandalite lets it go. Leung picks it up. Cross to Willens at center ice. She gets rubbed off there. Puck comes in behind. Cote's going to pick it up behind the goal. She's got lots of room as the Raiders were changing, and Storm looking a little too relaxed. Being down 2 goals here, they better get some jump in their step. As I don't know if anyone's told them this is do or die time. Bablitz chips that in deep. Wallen's going to go after it. Ness it down on the far side. Ackroyd gains the blue line. Charco gains the blue line. Toe drag, backhand, big save there. Rebound, big save again. Lutz comes across, sprawling save. That was 2 big saves. Henry gets beat by Thornton. Thornton drops it back to Warenka. Warenka to Charco. Budgel backhands that up to the blue line, not out. Warenka, hard shot, that hits Henry up high. She's hurting. She's going to go back into the corner to go grab this. Throws it up the wall, comes to Bablitz. Bablitz gets it under control and gets it outside of the zone. Across the red line and deep, no ice. Warenka and Thornton back behind their own goal. Stewart cuts that one off, rolls off her stick. Taves just about sprung here on the blue line. Puck is sent into the Storm zone. Stewart in behind the goal. On the far side, off the wall to Armstrong. Armstrong chips that off the wall. Bounces, she blocks the passing attempt. She's up on the far side. Legge tries to cut her off. Armstrong with a shot that just glances off the glove and over the net. Cote holds the line. Foisey and Cote in a bit of a tangle there. Comes to Coulter. Coulter with a backhand. There's a rebound. Cote took a swing at it. Taves with a shot. Misses high and wide. Excellent opportunity there. Raiders have seen enough, and they send it down the ice for icing. Good opportunity, but a couple good whacks at it. Cote pinched in. After the initial shot, she got the rebound, and Hood gets the pad across to stop that. Charco wins that face-off against Friesen. Legas gets to this wall. There's a shot from Vandalite. Friesen now gets it ahead to Nesset. Nesset up the wall, beats Brazel. Henry across to try and stop. Henry in a scrum there on the in behind her goal. Friesen comes in to help out. She's rubbed off the puck. Legas chips it up the wall. Leung holds the line and puts it back in. Brazel all the way across to the far side. Nesset misses that. Comes all the way across to Legas. She's going to dump this as she's late in her shift. Goes for a change, all three. Legge in behind, or Leung in behind her own goal. Comes out. Wallen just about cuts that off. Stewart intercepts it at the neutral ice. It's at the red line. She goes after it. Defense with the green light here, I'm sure, for this third period is Cote stops the Raiders from getting any further past the red line. Bablitz tangled up with Nesset there. Nesset down. Puck comes right in front of the Raiders bench. Wallen comes in hard. That one has to come outside of the zone. Willens in behind her own goal. She's got some speed. She goes knee to knee on Wallen there. Both of them go down hard. Wallen's got to try and skate outside of the zone. She's not going to get there in time. Willens is still down. Trainer's going to come out. Trainer's chatting with her. Hopefully she's okay. Don't like to see Sierra hurt. She's up, skating to the bench on her own. She's okay. She's gonna go down the hallway. So we'll get a face-off inside the Raider zone. 15:38 left in the third period. Storm still down by 2. Sorry, face-off just outside of the Raider zone. On the near wall here. Taves wins that back to Henry. Henry dumps that in. Gets past Warenka. Thornton in behind her goal. Throws one out front. Taves on her stick. She can't pull the trigger. Henry pinches in. Rolling puck. Bouncing. Hood's seen enough. She covers up. Armstrong, Coulter, Taves. Couple of good opportunities here early in this period. Henry on the back end. Brazel for the big shot. Charco coming in late. So we'll probably get them kicked out of the... Nope, it's good. Coulter decides to carry this down below the goal line. Loses it. Rims around. Armstrong throws one towards the goal. Rebounds there. Charco chips ahead. 15 can't get it out. Henry in there. Coulter working over Charco. Comes to Haley Armstrong. Comes to the blue line. Brazel backhands that weakly into the corner. Giacabo now in behind her own goal. Coming out. Legas with a good stick. Holds her there. Brazel again throws one back into the Raider zone. This is on the far wall to Langenham. Langenham ahead. Rolls off of the stick of Soltis. Stewart's got to retreat. She's got nothing doing. Goes all the way back behind her own goal. Ahead to Vandalite. Vandalite to Friesen. Friesen loses it just in front of the Raiders bench. Comes right back to Friesen. She beats Legge wide. Nope. Puck stays on the boards. Friesen comes in, tries to get at it again. Comes to Vandalite. Back out to Stewart. Stewart dumps it back into the zone. Legas in behind the goal. She stops up. She gets pinned there. Legge comes in to help out. Langenham, backhand out to center ice and all the way down the ice. That was tipped, so Won't be any icing. Foisey coming to help out. That puck squirts right out to Cote in front. And here comes Legas at the end of her shift. She's going to dump this and go wholesale changes. Storm now. Deeth coming in. Picked off by Wallen. Wallen cutting into the slot with a shot. Goaltender with the first shot and then fumbled into the corner a little bit. Cote's got to come all the way back. This is Murray. Oh, that's going to be a nope, no call. Looked like she maybe a little body contact there, but got away with one maybe. Bablitz chips it out to the blue line. Into the Raiders zone. Fumbled there by Henry at the neutral ice. Leung gets that down back into the Storm. There's a scrum right in front of their bench. Willens comes up with a puck. Back on the ice after going down. There's Murray with a shot. That's deflected by, good stick by Henry. Deflects up high into the netting. Stoppage in play. Face off in the Storm zone, just to the left of Grace Lutz. Taves in against Charco. Scramble draw, comes up to the blue line. Warenka puts it in deep. Charco in behind the goal. Oh, there was a good opportunity. Just rolled off the stick of Ackroyd. And here comes Coulter with some speed down the far side. Thornton cuts her off. They both get ridden off into the boards there. Armstrong and Cote kind of come together on the near wall. Paige Budgel pinching. And Ackroyd's going to skate this all the way down. Gets a shot on goal, and Grace calmly covers that up. Storm with a change here. We're almost halfway through the third period. Need one here quick. Down by 2. With only 1 point in the tournament. Brazel comes in and chips that outside of the zone. Van der Leit's going to skate it out across the blue line. Tight checking game here. Brazel couldn't quite hold it in. She's going to go across to Henry. Henry looking up ice. Chips it up to Friesen. Foisey carries it into the zone. Goes across to Giacabo. Legassi can't quite get it going. Foisey looks out front to Soltis. Soltis gets rubbed out by Henry. Oh, there's a good stick there. Langenham is sprung. Henry coming all the way back. Foisey. I thought there should have been some interference there. Henry was trying to get across, and Foisey was cutting her off all the way to the net. That goal goes top shelf. Langenham, their second best goal scorer on the team. Yeah, so Raiders are ahead by 3 now. 11:46 left in the period. Cote across to Stewart. Stewart to Wallen. Wallen gets stood up there by Owashko. They're offside, so Deeth's got to get outside of the zone here and check up. Willens chips it out to the blue line. Stewart dangles, beats 2. She comes across. She had one to beat there. And puck just rolled off her stick. Here comes Willen with some speed. Cote calmly steered aside by Lutz. Up the wall now. This comes to Sherbeth. Sherbeth gets a shot off. That's blocked before it can make it to the net. Wallen chips it off the wall to Cote. Cote still coming in. Puck still on her stick. With a shot, hits the crossbar. She slams her stick against the glass in frustration. It's kind of been the Storm's weekend story, kind of unfolds exactly that way. Just can't buy a goal and can't get a bounce. Coulter up against Stanky here on the near side. Charco wins that back. Foisey, Nesset down on the far side. Taves gets rubbed off in behind the goal. Henry ahead to Armstrong. Armstrong shedding Thornton. She goes to her knee. Hook there, no call. Yes, there is a call coming. Netminder sees that, covers up. And we got a hooking call to Thornton. Probably had to do that one as she stopped at 2-on-1. Armstrong and Taves. That would have been a good scoring opportunity. So Taves will go up against Soltis here for the face-off. Nope, Foisey in to take the face-off against Taves. Taves wins that. Armstrong drops it to Cote. Cote goes to Stewart. Stewart with a slap shot. That's blocked before it can get to the net. And held in. No. Stewart knocked it down. Foisey gets it past her. And Soltis comes in to help out. Cote now trying to cut this puck loose. Springs spits out. But we got a call coming to Coulter for a cross check. As she gave Foisey a ride in the corner there, I believe that's it, or Soltis. No, that was a Washko, sorry. No, it wasn't. I'm all confused. Sorry guys, that was Soltis in the corner. So we're even now. 10:09 left in the third period. Stewart tries to skate it out. Can't get past the blue line. Willens goes down. Deeth turns, gives it to Stewart. Stewart ahead to Wallen. Wallen can't get it under control before it gets to the red line, and it's dumped right back into the Storm zone. Cote in behind her own net. Fumbles it a bit, kicks it ahead. Here comes Cote. She loses her footing. Wallen gets robbed off there by Willens. And the affiliate, number 3, sends that in behind across to Warenka. Wallen gets stopped up. Taves tries to come in to help out. Can't get anywhere with it. And here comes Kaylee McDonald pressuring. Stewart puts one off the wall to Taves. Taves Wallen dumps it in, and Taves gives chase. This is turned around. Number 17, Stanky, dumps that into the zone. Stops up there. Stewart dangles. Hits Bablitz with some speed. Speed coming across the blue line. Bablitz to her backhand, almost gets tripped up, gets a shot, and that one's covered up. Big save by Layla Hood for a stoppage in play. 25 seconds left in the Raiders penalty. 49 left in the Storm. So the Raiders will have a short power play here in 25 seconds. 9 minutes left in the third. Puck comes to Bablitz. She gets a shot off. That's steered aside by Hood. Giacabo sends one all the way down the ice. This will be icing. It'll be coming back. Deeth and Wallen out there. Stewart and Henry on the back end. I'd like to see a big shot here from Brazel. I think I just said Stewart and Henry on the back end. Here's Langenham, your last goal scorer. She gets a weak backhand, goes wide of the net. Deeth all the way in behind her own goal. Rims one up the wall. Lege's going to pinch in on her backhand. Gets outside of the zone. Giacabo turns, goes in, gets a slap shot. That's blocked wide. Henry chips it to Wallen. Wallen tries to throw it outside of the zone. It does. Willens can't get it under control. Awashko goes back to Giacabo. Coulter steps out onto the ice, and Brazel goes down in a heap here on the far side. Deeth is there to try and help out. Giveaway to Wallen. Wallen in the slot, gets a shot off. That's blocked. Iwashko hit her in the ankle. She's hurting. She's got to make her way to the bench. Taves on this near side. Comes out to Friesen. Friesen leaves it for Stewart. Stewart gets a shot off. That goes high and wide. And Taves throws one towards the front of the net. Stewart misses high again. Taves now in behind the goal. 7:33 left in the period. Storm need at least one here. Real quick, Friesen goes down. Iwashko. Puck passed up to Cote. She can't get a shot off. Stewart with a hard shot. That's blocked before it can make it to the net. And Raiders at the end of a shift push that in, and Sherberth pressuring Cote. Cote's going to send it ahead to Taves. Taves tried to throws it to the middle of the ice, and the affiliate, number 3, pressures Stewart all the way in. Taves with a giveaway to Leung. She sends one high over the net. Grace with another blocker stop there. Comes out to Armstrong. Armstrong is ahead. Taves is going to send this all the way down the ice, and it's on net, so there'll be no icing. Leung gets the puck from her netminder. Affiliate, number 3, sends that all the way down. Kaylee McDonald getting some ice time here late in the third. Henry out to the middle of the ice. Here comes Wallen again on a breakaway. Thornton to beat. Thornton with a good stick there, stops Wallen's shot. Deeth, and Wallen's down in the corner with Thornton. Bablis is going to try and get to the puck here first. No, comes all the way to Henry. Henry spins off, goes to Bablis. Bablis tries to get past. Henry and Nessett go down in a heap. And Deeth passes it back to Brazel. Brazel with a shot. That's loose in front. Henry now can't control it. This is sent all the way down the ice. Nessett down. Icing call, 5:46 left in the period. Raiders winning 4-1 here. Storm getting their chances, just can't capitalize. Taves in for the faceoff, loses that one. Legge in behind her own goal, sends it ahead to Langenham on the far side. Langenham just happy to chip it off the boards, and Stewart touched it, so no icing. Cote in there, in behind her own goal, sends it across. Friesen's going to pick this up and try and send it up ice. Comes to the middle of the ice, and Cote can't get it under control. There, she does now. Comes to Armstrong. Armstrong, everyone's just a step behind. The puck just won't follow them. Langenham drops it back. Legge across to Langenham on the far side. Foisey ahead. Langenham just lugs it across the red line into the zone. Goes to her forehand, gets a shot off. That goes just over the net. Bablitz on the near side here loses the battle to Willens. Willens gets rubbed off by Stewart. Marenka in behind the goal. Out front, Sherberth can't pull the trigger. Comes to Iwashko. Iwashko with a shot. That's deflected and off of Stewart's shin pad and 5-hole. That's just one of those, throw it to the net and see what happens, and that's exactly what you hope happens. That's the story of the weekend here for the Storm. They just can't buy a bounce, and the bounces are not going their way. They're down 5-1, 4:44 left in the period. Deeth in for the face-off against Willens. We're going to get a timeout call here. Timeout to the Storm. So we got to regroup and let's just finish strong, I'm sure is what the coach is saying. I believe Sherbeth got that goal. No, Iwashko. – . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . Here we go. Timeout's over. Coach for the Raiders, I'm sure telling them just button it down here. You got 5 minutes to kill. Know what you're doing, get it deep. Kill some time. Deeth goes ahead with the face-off. Wallen is going to come to her on the near far wall. Back across to Leung, up to Sherbeth. Sherbeth chips out across the blue line. Willens gets in deep. She's got some speed. She throws it out front. Brazel stops them. Henry rims that around. Willens in behind the goal. Runs into Brazel. No call there. Deeth trying to get this out. Can't do it. Sherbeth comes to Wallen. Wallen to Bablitz. Bablitz now. Back to Wallen. Willens pestering all the way in. Wallen loses the handle and Willens rims that around to Sherbeth. Taves out to the middle of the ice. This is going to come to Budgel. Budgel tries to get a shot off. She can't. Budgel again puts it into the corner. Coulter's going to get down there trying to dig it out. Leung rims that around. And it's sent all the way down the ice. Pass was missed. So we'll get an icing. Owashko was looking for Sherbeth up there at the blue line and didn't quite hit her, so we'll get an icing call. 3:35, time running down. Coulter on the left here. Taves wins it back to Stewart. Stewart rolls it into Armstrong. Coulter goes down in a heap. Nested on the far side. She gets stopped by Stewart. Stewart jumps into the play. She gets held up there by Charco. Thornton backhands up. Peters getting some ice time here in the end. Armstrong. There's Peters in behind her own goal. Taves, Stewart, back to Peters. Peters backhands it back to Stewart. Stewart's gonna rim this up the wall. Legas gets a hit from behind from the affiliate number 3. She's gonna go to the box. Kaylee McDonald. I think she tried to let up there, but just came in with some speed and couldn't stop in time. Giacabo, Legge coming out. Foisey and Soltis gonna try and kill this one. 2:45 left. Wallen, Deeth, Bablitz. Giacabo in behind her own goal. Throws it up the wall. Foisey gets that all the way down the ice, and Cote's going to retreat and pick this up. Raiders are happy to let them pick it up. Kill some time here. Cote chips that in deep. Foisey on her. Giacabo helping her out. Wallen tries to stop that up. That's pinned now. There's a bit of their strategy where they just pin it up against the wall and need some time. Bablitz coming digging. Face-off will be in the Raiders' end to the left of Layla Hood. Taves comes in for the face-off. Armstrong to her right. Coulter to her left. Stewart and Cote. Looking for the big shot here from Cote. Comes to Stewart. Stewart with a shot. Looping high, misses wide. Coulter looking for some help here as she gets double teamed. There's a slash from Leung. She's going to the box. He called Coulter for a slash. Thought Coulter kind of gave her a shove, but and then Leung gave her a slash, but we'll go down to the Storm zone. We're even for minute 9. Puck is dropped. And Friesen in a race with Iwashko. Cote coming in there to help out. Friesen with a backhand. Oh, and Cote had gone too far. She couldn't get the rebound. Taves now with some speed, comes back into the zone. She's looking for Stewart. Cote on the near side. Throws one. Taves has got to get to it here. Leung's going to throw this up the wall, and Stenke can't get it out. Stewart gets a shot off. That was handled easily. Oh, actually squeezed right through the 5-hole and then went out the other side. And Raiders being 4-on-4 here, gets sent down. So 30 seconds left on the 4-on-4, and then we'll have a Raider power play for the rest of the game, barring any more penalties. Deeth wins this face-off. Bablitz with a nice little move there. Her shot's blocked. Murray's going to get outside of the blue line. Across the red and down the ice. Grace rolls that into the corner, and Henry reverses. Throws it up the wall to Deeth. Deeth can't get it out. Comes to Sherbeth, and then back to Deeth. Outside of the zone. Orenka across to Thornton. Thornton puts that up the wall, and Brazel ties her girl up there. Bablitz, penalties over to the Raiders, and so they've got a power play for the remainder of the game. Murray now skates into the zone with a shot. Covered easily. Grace Lutz into the bread basket. She shuts that down. 33 seconds left in the game. Could be your last shift here. Taves rolls that ahead. Cote jumps in through the middle. Cote now to her backhand. Goes around Thornton, loses the handle just at the last second, and puck comes out. In behind the goal. Cote still handling it. Comes to Stewart at the blue line. She takes a shot. That's high and wide. Puck's up on the net. Taves pestering Thornton. Gets her stick in there. Thornton just rolls it in behind the net. 5 seconds to go here. This will do it for the game. The affiliate pins that against the wall, and St. Albert comes away with a big win. It was a much needed win too. So Storm Farm fall 5-1. They won't get a point out of this. So they only have 1 point on the weekend. They've must win against Calgary tomorrow. And that's it.